journey flows.
Hey guys, Randy here, and welcome aboard the Seabee Traveler channel. Well, we're leaving Holbrook, Arizona, and we're going to make our way over to Winslow. It's along Route 66, so there's a couple of pretty neat places I think I want to stop at. But as we're leaving Holbrook, there's one place that I wanted to do a kind of just a drive-through, and it's the Wigwam Motel. They also called it a Wigwam Village. I knew about this one, but I didn't realize that there were 7 of these locations. They were in Kentucky, Louisiana, Alabama, Florida, Arizona, and there's one in California too, San Bernardino. There's only 2 or 3 that are still open, and this is one of them. Another one is in San Bernardino. They just refurbished not too long ago. But yeah, you can kind of see it up here on the left. They're very distinctive. They're teepees. Some people call them wigwams, but they're called a teepees. But Wigwam Motel. Now, if you saw the show Cars, the animated, it was really popular. They based some of that show, that movie, on these Wigwam motels. But this is cool. Check that out. All these old cars just kind of sitting there. Make it look authentic. Now, another thing that I found out was the original patent design for these buildings had a swastika up top. I was able to find an original patent design for these, and looks like they stuck to what the drawing looked like. I'll put that up for you, and also on that drawing you could see where the swastika was. The natives back then, it was more of a good luck talisman. They'd wear it around their neck. But then they took it off after everything that happened in the wars, so World War II. So there you go. Quick little drive-through, but that gives you an idea what the Wigwam motels look like. Like I say, they have one in San Bernardino that still works, and this one here. I don't know where the third one is. I know the original 2 were in Kentucky, so maybe one of those. But if you know, let me know where that third one is. All right, so we're gonna head into Winslow, and everybody knows everybody knows all about the standing on the corner monument that they have over there. So I thought we would probably get over there, check that out. There's a museum I want to try and look at, and there's other stuff there that I want to look at other than just stop at that corner. So, and on the way, I saw something that I want to stop at, and I just want to see if what they're advertising is true. So let's get to there, and I'll see you when we get there.
From the Wigwam Motel to a petrified tree, got my camera ready, just my dog and me, laughing at the journey, what an oddity, a slice of history, wild and free. Pump station, old man said with frustration, the tree's been there longer than I've ever known, and folks like you ain't never left it alone. Rolled up to the spot, sun high overhead, the beauty of the forest turned to stone instead, touched the bark cold and smooth as a tomb, yet life in a desert it still seems to bloom. From the Wigwam Motel to a petrified tree, Got my camera ready, just my dog and me. Laughing at the journey, what an oddity. A slice of history, wild and free.
We're at this Geronimo place, and I saw a sign on the road that said world's largest petrified tree. Usually I'm kind of skeptical about that, but I don't know. They might have something here. That is a huge piece of, but it's, you see right next to it other parts that fell over, or that are right next to it. So that's all part of the same thing. Wow. I honestly believe that, at least that's the biggest one I've ever seen. So they might have something here. Wow, and just and this is what's cool is you can see little chunks out of there. Huh. That is cool. Wow. And they have lots of old wagons, some teepees. A lot of different types of petrified wood. But I just wanted to stop and see if they were just pulling my leg trying to get me in here. But I don't know if you've seen a bigger one, if you've seen a bigger piece of petrified wood or petrified tree, bigger than that, I'd sure like to know. But that is huge. All right. Geronimo trading post, probably. It's probably a trading post, but. All right. That was really cool to see. Well, there you go. From the historic Wigwam Motel to the world's largest petrified tree. Not a bad start to the morning, huh? All right, well, let's head into Winslow. There's still some daylight left today, so I wanted to check out a couple of the things I want to see there, and then I do have to find a place to stay. I have an idea where I want to stay, but it's not, I don't have a reservation, so we'll see. It's a state park. One of the places I wanted to stop in Winslow, and I didn't know they had this here, but they have a 9/11 memorial. And the story I heard is that it is one of the first places to actually get some of the steel beams from the towers, and the logistics of getting it wasn't very simple. Winslow was told that they can get it, and this was still pretty early on after the attacks, but they were told they had to go get it. They wouldn't be shipped to them. So Walmart stepped up, got some drivers, and went over to that area, picked up the beams, and got them back here. And they also have a flag that was flying at the Pentagon as well. They use that for ceremonial purposes here. Here's another neat little stop, and made it into Winslow. And I knew this was here, so I wanted to stop by, take a quick look. These two steel beams from the World Trade Center, entrusted to the citizens of Winslow by the City of New York, along with this flag that was flown at the Pentagon, stand as a centerpiece of our remembrance garden. The words "United we stand" remind the world that we will not fear terrorism. We'll come over here out of the sun. Oh, look how bent and twisted. You can see people put little remembrance stuff in there, bands. Now the flag isn't up right now, but when it is, that's cool that it was at the Pentagon. Winslow, united we stand. Wonder what this was. It's a big chunk of concrete. Hmm. $1939. Oh, the Winslow Bridge. This date medallion from the Winslow Bridge that once spanned the Little Colorado River on historic Route 66. Wow, so this is one of the girders, and that's the date stamp, 1939. Well, that's kind of cool. It's a big chunk of concrete. Let's see if there's anything on this wall. "9/11, promise made. Remembrance Garden, promise kept." Oh, that's cool. All right, well, that was a really neat little stop. I'm glad I saw that when I was looking some stuff up. Well, I heard about these you see all the rivets and bolts. Just look how you can see how it just ripped right there. Wow. All right, well, sun's coming out a little bit too, it looks like now. So maybe that storm passed by south. All right, well, that was a neat spot to stop at. It does give you perspective when you stop at some place like this. Makes you just realize what you have and the things that you appreciate. So anyways, all right, well, let's head into actual downtown, I guess it would be, of Winslow, and probably what it's most known for, and the corner. We still have a little bit of time, so I thought we would head over there and see what that's like and kind of check it out. You know, this sounds a little strange to say, at least for me, because I've lived in Arizona my whole life and I've never been here. It just seems weird to me, but over on the left, that's the corner, and look at this big old Route 66 sign. I've seen so many pictures and videos, and I've heard about it, but I've never ever been here. So, all right, well, This is a good place to park. It's kind of late in the afternoon, so didn't seem like it was too crowded over there, which is kind of nice. So I'm going to get parked and then we will take a little stroll. Well, this is kind of a neat street just on its own. Look at this courtyard, world's smallest church. Journeys to Winslow. Let's go check out the world's smallest church. Kenna Courtyard. Well, here you go. We saw the world's largest petrified tree and the world's smallest church. Bible here. 3 crosses on the hill. There's something similar to this in Wilcox. They have a little courtyard given a lot of the history. Wow, look at that. Railroad. A city in motion, the heyday of the Santa Fe Railway. Modern modes. Oh, look at that. Big old wing. I imagine when somebody saw that flying, they may have thought that was a UFO or something up there. There's the famous corner we're gonna go see. It's just down the street here, so we're gonna cool. What do we have here? First Peoples, Colorado Plateau. Tourists join Hopi residents to witness a ceremonial dance. Look at that. Let's see here. Members of Winslow's Mormon Church formed Brigham City Restoration and are restoring the original Brigham City Fort. Huh. Wow, look at that. Get a selfie. Huh, that's unique. This is a saguaro, but it's it has like 3 stalks, 3 main segments growing up. The roots are all tied together. Huh. I've never seen anything like that either. I see a face. You see a face right here, the two eyes and the mouth? Ah, that's funny. All right, let's make our way down. I'm gonna cross the street again. There you go. That's a big Route 66. Let's see if I can get you up a little bit here. So there you go. You can see it pretty well up there. That thing's huge. That intersection, and there you are, standing on a corner. All right, let's get across here. Make our way across the street. I mean, there you go. Probably one of the Arizona for sure most photographed corners. Made famous by the Eagles. Let's see, here's some plaques, the Kaufman family. Standing on the corner park committee. I think that's pretty smart. Get some tourism in here to do that. It's kind of cool. Like that, and then you've got your flatbed Ford sitting over here. Let's see what else is down here. Song Power. Standing on the corner park, Winslow, Arizona. This area was dedicated September 11th, 1999 as a tribute to the memorable song of the 1970s that made Winslow, Arizona a town to sing about on famous Route 66. Oh, look at this, they have their wings. So if you can get a selfie there, stand in the middle of that. You can get a picture of it standing in the middle of the wings. That's cool. I didn't know that was there. The other thing I thought that was kind of interesting is they made it look, it's kind of like I have a sticker. I'm gonna put my sticker on here. But they have this building here, so it looks like it's you can see looks like a real building, painted on windows and stuff, but they have a cool park in here. So I just saw a plaque. I think it's going to tell us maybe what this was. In 1926, Winslow's JCPenney store was relocated to the new two-story. And so the city of Winslow bought the site and started cleaning it up for recreation, so you can, it's available for community events for $50 daily usage fee. Well, so if you want to have something to do with the community, bring the community out, do something, $50 a day. This was part of a part of, what was this? I think this is part of that JCPenney store. But they had bars, there's like bars on this part of the wall. Well, that's nice that they left that one wall up just for that. That's cool. All right, I think we've done our duty. When you come to Winslow, I think you kind of have to. This is the first time I've ever been here. And if I'm being 100% honest, I kind of didn't want to come down here because it was so cliche, but I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did now. Because this is a cool little spot. Well, the corner is down there, but there are some pretty cool old buildings just a little ways away from there, and that's what I really like to see. It's like sandstone facade. And that's this area. It's a lot of it here, so why not build with it so you can kind of see how they did the facade. And then the side walls were all brick. But that's kind of cool. I wonder what's on this side. As you can see, it's starting to come apart down there. Wonder what this was. People are just storing stuff in there now. Oh, this has some new masonry. You can see some of the old stuff. So maybe they're remodeling this for something else. They put some work into, in the back too. They put some work into it, so somebody is good. I'm glad to see that, because that's a cool building. And then at the corner down here is a bank that was built in, I think it said 1904, 1906. We'll go take a look at that again real quick. And there's this building across the street too. This one across the street, it just kind of reminds you of something you'd see back in, I don't know, the early 1900s. A brick, fire brick probably. And this one, it might be old, but they've come in and done a lot of work on it, so it's looking good. And this one it's got some old wood on it still. That still might be kind of old. This brickwork, sill, look at these sills. So it's hard to tell. It's got old wood though. I like seeing that. But this is the bank I was telling you about. It says right here, bank building.
Excuse me, please.
What's up? I don't have any cash on me right now. 1904. This one had a little bit more detail on it. That's neat. It's neat. So all up and down the street, there's some old buildings. All right, let's head back to the truck. All right, well, I found my spot. I'm at the Homolovi. I think that's how you say it. We tried 3 times for me to say it right, and I don't think I got it right, but I talked to the park ranger and got some information. So tomorrow we're gonna spend a little bit more time here in Winslow. Museum I wanna get to. There's a La Posada Hotel I wanna check out. And there's a couple other things here in at least one of the ruins here in the park we're gonna go check out. And that opens in the morning, so yeah, it's gonna be a nice little spot. This is 15 bucks. I'm in a tent site, no electricity, but I don't need it, so can't beat it for 15 bucks. But the sun's about to go down, and it's looking like it might be a really, really nice sunset. So see if I can find some place, maybe get a picture of that, and fingers crossed it's gonna be a good one. So we'll see you in the morning. All right, it is the next morning. I did not have a lot of sleep. I woke up, well, first of all, I went to bed kind of early, and then I woke up really early. But I thought we'd just take a quick drive through the camp. You can kind of see there's your trash, and then you have a dump station, some water, some clean water, and here's your actual dump drain. And then how about we'll just take a quick drive through one of the loops here at the campground. All right, so here you can see that's a self-pay station. Now, last night I got here about 15 minutes before the ranger station closed, so I didn't have to use that. But there wasn't no problems. There was no problem with me getting a spot. You can see it's not a lot of people. You can also see they have. Go, bunny, go. They have some different types of sites. You have the pull-throughs, like this rig set up. They're in a pull-through site, and they also have these sites where you can back into. So that's just a little road. It kind of lets you loop back around. Now this is the area that I stayed in. Each one of these sites has a picnic table. I think we'll get up a little bit farther, and I'll stop and get out and walk around one of these, maybe a couple of the spots. Here is a restroom. There are showers in there. That's just parking for the restroom probably. But last night this rig on the left pulled up, and I thought this thing was a diesel because it was night, it was dark, and all I saw was headlights. And I woke up this morning and saw this, and I'm like, oh man. I am jealous. That is a nice rig, man. If it was later in the day, or they got in any earlier yesterday, I may have asked them if I could introduce myself to them and see if I could get a little bit of insight on what that is. But no, it's still early in the morning. So I think this will be a good spot before we head into the sun. I'm going to get up here, pull over, and then give you a little walk around of what these sites are kind of like. Well, I just wanted to little quick rundown on some of the sites. This has a 50 amp electric. You have your water hook up here, and there's a sign that says reserved. Now last night I did not have a spot reserved for a tent site, but there was, you can see there's plenty of spots. It got down to about 30 degrees last night, so it's a little bit below freezing. But how do you like that rig up there? That was nice, huh? And I noticed a tent in the back. I'm not sure why. They have a tent spot, so I'm not sure. I see they're plugged into electric. So some of these have a little tent spot, and you can use electric. So like this one, this has a little area for a tent, but it has, at least I think, I don't see a lock on it. Mine had a lock. Yeah, so you can get access to electricity in here. Yeah. So, yeah, you can get water and electricity here, but it also has a spot for a tent. So if you have kids or you just like sleeping in a tent with electricity, you can do that. But that's a little rundown. The one that I just happened to park in was a pull through, so they have some of that, some that you back into. But yeah, that last night when I thought it was, I thought it was a semi truck pulling in. But all right, well, I think there are some ruins here in the state park that I want to go check out real quick. And then a little bit farther out is the Little Painted Desert. I'm going to go up, see what that's all about. And I'm going to go, that's Winslow off in that direction. So we're going to spend a little bit more time over there today too. And then we're going to keep on heading west, see where we end up. All right, let's do this. You know what? The other thing I noticed, this has a 50 amp electric box. And that one didn't have that 50 amp on there, so you might have an option how much juice you need. All right, let's go. All right, so our first stop of the day is going to be, it's on the actual state park still, but it's the Aweigh Archaeology Site number 2. And the first one, it's just kind of like a mound with some ruins. But I wanted to check this one out because it has a little bit more to see. And I thought, yeah, let's check this one out. And it's only about, 11 miles, I think, from the campground that I was at. But man, it is flat terrain out here. I would like to know, I wonder what it's like in the spring and in the summer. After you get some rain, how it looks really barren now, but when these bushes get a little bit green, that is kind of nice. Or after, I don't know, what are we, like 5,500 feet elevation? Maybe they get some snow up here. Probably not like Ash Fork, just maybe snow a couple times a year. But they do get windy up here, I know that. All right, well, let's make a little loop here, park a little closer to the trail entrance. And yeah, this is going to be interesting to see. I like looking at old native ruins. You can kind of see going up that hill right there on the right. But this is a good place to park. So yeah, let me get parked and we'll go see what they have to offer here. All right, well, let's see what this one has. It's what they say, it's paved like this all the way, wheelchair accessible. It's a little bit bigger. It's only 4/10 of a mile, so it's still not a bad hike at all. But this is, I mean, when you're looking at something like this on a satellite view, it doesn't look very interesting, but and these beautiful rock formations. On the drive in, you saw them. It is kind of flat, but then all of a sudden you get these mounds with sandstone boulders. This is uphill most of the way, but it looks like they give you a couple benches to to sit on and rest if you need to. But it's nice that this is paved. Nice concrete walkway. All right, well, here's a little plaque we'll take a look at. We're up in elevation. Boy, I don't know. I don't know, about 6,000 feet, maybe. Homo Aweigh 2. Around 1330 AD, a group of people arrived from the Hopi Mesas. The 1,200 room village, 750 to 1,000 people lived in this pueblo. It had 3 plazas, outdoor activity. All right, so you can kind of see it right there, not too far up. And then that gives you an idea how far away the truck is. So not too bad at all. One thing to be aware of, this part of Arizona, from like Holbrook, Winslow, all the way over to like Kingman, it gets really windy sometimes. I see another plaque we'll go check out. The path goes up this way, but we'll go straight for a little bit and see what this has to say. A typical room used for domestic activities would have slab-lined floor pits for cooking and heating. To the left of these 5 rooms is an area that was probably used to roast corn and small game. There's a sealed door. Oh, you can see it. There's a sealed doorway there too. Interesting. I guess we can walk over there. There's a little trail. Looks like a little trail going off down that hill too, if you want to hike a little farther. This is a nice state park. Here's the pit that they were talking about, where they would have, it's kind of hard to see on camera, but it's where they probably cook some of their stuff. But this is a nice state park because there's a lot of trails you can hike around. You know, if you want a nice state park campground, go to Lost Dutchman State Park in Apache Junction, Arizona. You're right at the base of the Superstition Mountain. You're right at the foothills. Gorgeous views, and lots of trails hiking up into the mountains or around the mountains. Boy, there's a lot of plaques here. These large holes and others throughout the pueblo are the result of illegal digging by treasure seekers. Wow. There are a lot of holes here. Look at that. Wow. I keep thinking I hear people. I'm the only one in the parking lot. There are, whoa, there's quite a, this is quite a bit bigger. Lots of stuff to see, it looks like. Let's see what this one says. You are standing in the oldest section of the pueblo, the central plaza. At one time, the restrooms surrounding the plaza may have stood as high as 3 stories. So this is like the center part of the village. Let's see what this big old pit is. Part of that central plaza they were talking about. Well, it's a little deeper than I thought. Look at that. Since the 1300s, man. It kind of seems like, no, I was gonna say it seemed like that maybe that was bowed in a little bit, but nah, it's not. The other wall looked like it. Look at that, has layers. That'd be interesting to see what it looked like back in the day. Arizona State Parks preserved this vandalized kiva. It's the largest of the kivas, 19.7 by 32.8 feet, and is 6 feet 6 deep. The pit near the south end of the structure is hearth, and a small stone wall deflects and circulates fresh air. Wow, it gets pretty over here. What a view. Just look how wide open it is over there. Below you is Paiute, the Hopi name for Little Colorado River. A year-round source of water. Even when dry, water can be found a few feet below the sand. Yeah, so that's why I guess looks like sometimes it was dry, but there is water just below the surface. On the horizon are the highest mountains in Arizona. San Francisco peaks, 12,670 feet straight ahead of us. That's those mountains. Probably pretty small in the camera, but snow-capped mountains. Wow, look at all these holes and depressions. Wow, this is neat. So we can take a little stroll. There's some more pottery people have found and put on the rocks. Wow. All right, let's go check down here. All right, let's see. Please stay on sidewalk. All right. In the distance, you can see several mesas. Hopi Buttes, sacred place of the Hopi religion. Today they are used as eagle gathering areas by certain Hopi clans. Below you are the remains of the East Plaza. Like the West Plaza, this section was added after construction of the central room. Yeah, just throughout the years, I guess, people came in and tore it apart. Some more pottery people have found. That is pretty.
All we need is a place to be and a few good friends for some company. If you'd like to stay, you don't have to leave. We'll leave the lights on and the door unlocked. If you drop on by, you don't have to knock. We're happy to share whatever we've got.
Alright, so I wanted to stop over here, see if I can maybe get a picture. This is the best portion to do that. Yeah, we'll see if I can't get something. It's too bad the sun isn't out. It is a lot of high clouds, but it is supposed to clear up. Hopefully that happens. That's the direction we're heading. So, it'll be all right. I'll take what they give me. Well, this was a fun stop. I'm glad I stayed at this campground last night. Lots of stuff to do and see. It's nice and quiet. And being as cold as it is, there wasn't a lot of people in the campground. I imagine maybe in the summer, people doing their traveling, stopping through, it gets pretty full. Thought I heard kids playing again. I wonder what that is. All right, well, maybe coyotes or something off in the distance. I don't know. As cold as it is, it's still right at freezing. I had to wear my heavy jacket. So hopefully, because the way this material in here, it kind of gets a little bit noisy, so I'm trying to walk around and make as least amount of noise as possible. All right, there's the truck. You can drink some warm coffee. And these gloves that I have are really nice because I have some of those hand warmers. They fit in the little zipper area. Helps a lot. I'm gonna have to grab some more coffee to put in my thermos. The thing about in the winter, especially when you're camping and you're by yourself, when the sun goes down, not much to do, so you kind of go to bed early. So I did wake up last night about 1 o'clock in the morning. but I fell asleep at 7, so still got a good night's rest. But when you're up at 1 o'clock in the morning, try and maybe schedule a couple things out, figure out what you're gonna do for the day. All right, let's get out of here. All right, well, I think since we're out this way, we're gonna go over to what they call the Little Painted Desert. Now, the Painted Desert runs for a long ways. I know you can get to it up by the Petrified National Forest. And this used to be state-owned where we're going, but now it's private land, but you can still get to it. They have the road open. They just ask that you take care of it, that kind of thing. So I think it's only about another 10 miles and we're in that direction. So might as well take care of that and then head into town to take in some more of the sights over there.
Rolling down the highway in a beat-up truck, chasing that horizon, know we're in good luck. Looking for that magic where the sunsets glow, in the little painted desert where the winds do blow. Stopped in a Winslow for a cup of joe, asked an old timer where we need to go. He pointed west with a knowing smile, just keep driving, you'll find it after a while. We're searching for the painted desert, red and gold, a tapestry of stories that the ancients told. Underneath the sky so big it feels so right, in the little painted desert we'll dance tonight. Cacti stand like sentinels, shadows cast long, the radio's playing our favorite song. Miles and miles of beauty stretching far and wide, with every turn we're closer to that vibrant pride. We're searching for the painted desert, red and gold, a tapestry of stories that the ancients told. Underneath the sky so big it feels so right, in the little painted desert we'll dance tonight. Toast to the journey, never giving up. Every moment sweeter when the heart knows why. In the painted desert, under Arizona skies. Underneath the starlight, moonshine in our cup, we'll toast to the journey, never giving up. Every moment sweeter when the heart knows why. In the painted desert under Arizona skies, we're searching for the painted desert, red and gold, a tapestry of stories that the ancients told. Underneath the sky so big it feels so right, in the little painted desert we'll dance tonight.
Wow, this is a pretty little spot. Wasn't quite sure what to expect since it's a tourist place to come see something pretty. But just down the road you've got the Painted Desert by the Petrified National Forest. But they're right, this is a little painted desert. Wow, I'm gonna drive up the road maybe a little bit farther and see. Looks like you can go farther up there a little bit, or even the other way. The road kind of follows. But this is really, this is neat. And it's about, what, about 10 miles from the park, the state park we were at. And the good news about this one is I have clear airspace. Let me see if I can get the drone up a little bit. Get a little bit of a better view. It's not windy, so should be neat. This is, man, pretty. Well, this is going to be best seen from the air. That's how beautiful. So I'm just going to just sit back, relax, and enjoy it for just a couple of seconds.
Memories in the sand so fast. Tumbleweeds roll by so fast. As we fly, our shadows cast. Flying free above the land. Desert dreams in lines of sand. Endless tunes and distant bands. In the sky we make our stand. Sunsets low in fiery glow. Mountains fade in twilight slow. Stars will light the path we know. Through the night our journey flows.
Well, I gotta say, after seeing that from the air, that is just beautiful. And honestly, from our viewpoint, it is pretty, but it doesn't match when you can see it from the air like that. Wow, that is beautiful. All right, well, it is time to head into town. I do want to check out a couple things that I got some information on from the park ranger when I talked to him as I was checking in last night. All right, so just up here a little ways, it's actually right next door to the that standing on the corner park is the museum. I want to stop by in there, and I'm getting kind of hungry. So, but I thought we would check out that. The park ranger thought it would be open today. So, oh, look at these murals. I have to check those out too. So, here's a good place to park. Yeah, we'll check out, see if that museum's open, and then, yeah, I might need to grab something to eat too. All right, let's, hi, how are you today? Doing okay? Yeah, doing great. See you later. Yeah, I will, you too. I saw these murals. I like looking at murals. I leave you to carry this from where I am, this message to everyone. Love, your friend Sam. Sam left his world to go home, and I journeyed further. Huh. If you, Sam and Sarah. So if you see Sarah, tell her hello, tell her I miss her and still need her so. All right, the Old Trails Museum I wanted to go to is right here. And it's right there is the standing on the corner that we were at yesterday afternoon. So it's very close to that. I wanted to go into the museum It is, from what I read, it is free. It's run by volunteers, and they just ask that you. I'm just getting distracted by some of these pictures, but they ask that you leave a donation. Helps pay. Santa honors NASA's Mercury program, 1960s parade. All right. Let's go see if they're open. They're supposed to be, and they're not. No. Look at that. How cool is that? They're supposed to be open at 11, and it's 11. Tuesdays through Saturdays, 11 to 3. Oh, so I'm supposed to ring this doorbell. Okay. All right, I just read this. They're open. They're closed from December 25th to January 1st. Okay. All right, well, now that we have a little bit of time to kill, I'm going to maybe take a stroll down here. It's 1999 is when that opened. Before that, there was a building built in 1890. And then when it just became a vacant lot, that's when the city took it over, and in 1999 opened this up. So I thought it was around a little bit longer than that, but nope, it's not. Let's see here. I want to maybe see what that is. The flatbed. See, what is that? I'm getting kind of hungry, so maybe grab something to eat in there. I might get the classic. I'm just going to get a classic burger, I think.
We never come out because when we ran, it was fine. So now
We have burgers, salads, loaded up, and flatbread. Some sandwiches, appetizers. Oh, place. I got the chili bacon burger with green sauce. It's a nice little place here. I kind of like this small place. That hit the spot. Gotta say, that was a really good burger. Well, I think since the museum's closed, we're going to go to Plan B. There's a La Posada Hotel that I heard about. So I'm gonna go check that out. And that's just, it's just down the street a little bit. So let me go get in the truck and we'll drive over there. All right, well, the hotel's just ahead of us a little ways. Yesterday we parked in the parking lot on the right here, and I saw that fenced in area, and it looked like maybe it was a state or city park, something like that. I wasn't sure what it was. And then after I talked to the park ranger, he explained a little bit, and then I looked it up, yeah, that's where we wanted to go today. So let me pull in here. Wow, look at the size of those trees. I bet in the summer when it's all green, this looks really nice. And it looks like some dormant grass in there too. So it's probably beautiful in the summer. I see somebody coming out straight ahead of us. Somebody's coming out there, so that's probably where the main entrance is. So yeah, we'll drive up a little bit farther, see what we have. Yeah, I can tell right now that's the entrance. I really like this cobbled stone they have here too. Wow, look at that. While I'm looking for a place to park up here, if you like this kind of content, if I could just remind you to reach down, click that like button, and subscribe if you haven't. It really does help the channel grow, and yeah, it's fun bringing you along. So, all right, let's go check this place out. Well, what I heard from the park ranger yesterday, that there's like an art gallery in here, and it's really, really cool. So he said we should check it out. We can go inside. I have no idea where I'm going. Hey, camel. Uh-oh, quartzite. But this was designed, looks like 1930 is when it was designed. And from what the ranger was telling me, back in 1930 or whenever, it was $1 million over budget. Way back then. Wow, this is beautiful. I like this. Pretty. I wonder if they'll ever have water in there again. That's probably really pretty when they do. Hi. Let's see, here's a plaque here. Registers of Historic Places. Mary Jane Coulter, considered by many to be the greatest of all Southwestern architects. La Posada was the last of the great Fred Harvey Santa Fe Railway hotels. This is the masterpiece of Mary Jane Coulter. All right, well, let's see what's inside. Wow, this is beautiful, isn't it? Look at these restaurants and sitting parlors. Wow, look at this. There's another restaurant. You can sit in there and relax by a fireplace. Let's see, we can go up here. They're supposed to have like works of art on the walls too. Arts, here we go. The art gallery's up here. Wow, look at this. I don't know much about art, but I noticed she's got diamonds in the eyes. Fishbowl, Hillary Rodham Clinton, the Seven of Diamonds. Looks like it's all poker based. The artist's parents. Insomnia, bipolar. Tragically appealing. I like this one. It's kind of a scary one. What do we have here? Tina, that is some, wow, that is a nice painting there. Look at that. Looks 3D. Nancy. Have a nice, I get it, I get it. Have a nice ace. Got a nice ace, me. I like that one too. All right, well, let's head back down. There's a guests only beyond there. It's all their rooms. There's supposedly, is this it, the rug? Huh, I don't see a sign there, but there's something about a rug. I don't see a sign here talking about it. You said it was something like a woven, it's a woven rug. Wow. It is beautiful, look at that. Just look, this is, wow, I'm impressed. Playing chess up there. It just keeps going and going and going. They decorate it really nice for the holidays. Back in 1930, La Posada had 3-chair barbershop in the basement. Check that out. Wow, this is beautiful too, huh? Very serene. All right, let's go see. Wow, this is pretty beautiful, and even their gift shop is beautiful. Check that out. It's like I'm in a Baroque period. Look at this, how beautiful this is. Wow, that is. It is like basic plywood. But wow, that is very nice. And there's another one over here. There's a couple down here. Look at that. Wow. What's in, I mean, but just look at how detailed these cabinets are. Man, those are nice. How pretty is that? I really like these. There's another one. The stairway got my attention from down at the end of the hall. Can't go up there, it's just guests only, but this is a picture of what it looked like in the 30s. So it's pretty darn close. They say to pay attention, there was a fresco up here. Wow, look at that. Oh, here's somebody got married. Janie Severson. Got married on that, 1950s. And more art. They have art everywhere in here, everywhere. This picture was taken in 1940. Drinks are served in La Posada Sunken Garden, circa 1940. And then right across the hallway is the sunken garden that that picture was in. Very interesting. Caution, active family of skunks on property. Reminder, be aware of your surroundings. Wow, look at that door. How cool is that? Huh. And this is the sunken garden that we were looking at that picture. Beautiful. Oh, in the summer, when these vines are all, you can see some of them are green. Man, in the summer when all this is green, I bet this is beautiful. They've even taken over the owl up there. Huh. Well, back in 1940. Wow. I wonder if it's because it's winter and it gets cold, they don't run the water. I'm just guessing because of the chance of freezing. All right, let's head back in. I like that fountain. It's a big old piece of, it's hard to tell because of the algae growing on it, but that's a big old chunk of petrified wood. Wow. Cool. All right. This is the backside. Same warning about skunks. Wow, look at this. This is a huge courtyard back here. Wow, look at this. It's an old wagon over there. Again, this is probably very nice in the summer when all the leaves are on the trees. Wow. Cool. Enter in silence, depart in peace. All right. Hi. All right. back at the front entrance. I think this walkway will take you over to that sunken garden. Cool arched doorway. Well, boy, it has turned into a gorgeous day. It's probably 50 degrees, very little wind. It was a little breezy earlier. I thought it was, I was afraid it was going to get really windy, but nope, turned into a great day. I'm so glad I came here. Kind of reminded me, similar to the Hotel del Coronado in San Diego. Kind of that same vibe when you're walking around in there. All right. All right, well, that was a fun trip visiting, I think, a day and a half of Winslow, Arizona. So it's beautiful here. I only wish I could have made it to that museum, but maybe that's just meant for another day. So I'm going to sign off, and just remember, never say goodbye, always see you later.